Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition. Hey, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Guys, we talk about it all the time. Vets, I love you. You have a place here. We're back to blue over here. We support Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Well, we're bringing you a part two. I was going to do it tomorrow, but then I discovered that a couple of my segments weren't in the last one. So I went ahead and finished up. Now, here's what we did. We used the work sharp with some aggressive pads and caught the 4-Max Scout up. It did not take long, and we're at about an even sharpness here. I had to strop, well, there we had an accident. I had to strop my 4-Max. There was a little chipping. When I stripped the wire out of the fiber optic cable, it did a little chipping right there, so we took care of that as well. So after some love on both blades, we're back at it. Now, this is my war club that I'm making, which will probably wind up terrible, but you know, we all got to try it. We got the 4-Max Scout here. We started off with it, a little chopping, a little slicing, and just trying to get some comparisons going here. Now, I will tell you this, sharpening it up, it moved it closer to the 4-Max. I'll just say this, the 4-Max is heavier built. Obviously, that's why they call this the Scout. The 4-Max is a little thicker in hand. And a little better blade still. Now, when they're the same sharpness, you don't feel it. I think where we'll see the difference there is long term. What we may do is come back in a couple weeks after use on both of them. Come back in a couple weeks and try it again when they're even up. You know, they're even up right now, but I'm saying even up wear and even up stuff like that. And let's see which one holds the edge better. Probably going to be the 4-Max, but you never know. I am a big fan of AUS 10A. I really am. I don't know what the hell happened on the last video. I shot some wood stuff or cutting some wood stuff and some water hose stuff, and I can't find it for nothing, so we redid it. Megan come home, made me put on a shirt, said the tan lines were a little embarrassing to be out in the neighborhood, so love you, honey. There we go. So now we're out just trying to do a little slicey dicey here. You see that wood coming off of there pretty quick? Both these knives now are super damn sharp. It's been a super duper humid day today, so I just kind of scrapped the paper cutting. We may try that later on. We'll strop them up and do something, maybe put something on Instagram. But I'll show you a couple tests here in a few that kind of proves that they're both, you know, on the same sharpness level. There it is, the old war club, or gun stock war club. Where it's coming on, I'm going to probably have to cut that knot out of it. I'll figure that out and then sand it down. I'm putting a little edge bevel on it there and just see how it holds up. Now, here's the water hose test. There's the 4-Max Scout. There we go, good job. Try the 4-Max. Now this right here, here's the key to chopping water hose. Getting the right angle. I didn't get the right angle correctly. There we go. Now we're going to try another one. Boom, there it is. So, and there's a lot of knives that can't chop water hose. I'm just going to tell you that. Now, again, correct angle, and you see right there, I missed it again. We're going to cut this a little bit. Both of them cut the same. Both knives performed just about identical on this water hose. Now, somebody will say, Scab, which do you prefer? Well, I mean, here's the deal. The 4-Max is the nicer of the two, better materials, etc., etc. But it does feel a little bit better in hand. Not a lot. I'm going to tell you that. So, push come to shove, I'd have to go 4-Max. But now I'm going to tell you something, son. That 4-Max Scout is one, it's a must-own. It's like $109. Now, that's a little steep. But you're talking about a knife that can fill a lot of gaps. Now, we're going back to this test. See how easy that did? Well, come on. There we go. There we go. A little bit easier. You can tell that the 4-Max Scout's definitely sharper than what it was in the first video. Just like that, sails through it. Now, we did do one test. We did do the same. We did the toe strap. That to me is a good test. It shows the strength of the knife and the sharpness of both edges right here. Now remember the first one, the 4-Max Scout struggled with it, son. That is the 4-Max going there. Let's see what she does here. Stab it and draw it right down the middle. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy, nothing to it. The 4-Max was built for this test here. That thick blade just does a tremendous job. Now here comes the 4-Max Scout. Remember now, we sharpened it up, so it's not like it was last time. Let's see what she does. AUS 10A again, a Japanese steel. There we go. Got on through it pretty good that time. Not much problem. Now, the tip on the 4-Max Scout is a little pointier than the 4-Max. Not much, but just a little bit, and that's probably from sharpening and stuff like that on my end. Y'all know I'm hell on the tips. Now, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Boom, right through it like it wasn't nothing. Now, we're going to try another one right here with the 4-Max. Now, there you go. One quick swipe there. So, I will say this. The 4-Max seems to have held an edge. All total, we're going to have about 20-25 minutes of testing. So, that's probably 3 or 4 hours, honestly, of just out there banging around. And the 4-Max edge held up really well. 4-Max Scout, time will tell. It did a great job while it was out there. I highly recommend the knife. Again, I'll probably put, they don't have a 4-Max on Amazon, but I will put the 4-Max Scout, the link to it on Amazon. You want to check it out and just see. It's there. Like I said, it's like under $9. Now, we wanted to come back, slice a little wood, and we're going to do a little chopping right here. Both of them are pretty good choppers. I will say that. You've got a 6-inch handle, so you got plenty of, I don't know anybody that can't grip a 6-inch handle. Jolly Green Giant maybe, I don't know. But you got a 6-inch handle, a 4-inch blade, an extra wide belly on that blade. It just does a great job. Now, are there better choppers? Sure there are. But we're not testing them right now. We're testing the 4-Max and the 4-Max Scout. And that's what you have to go with. Because somebody in there was going to say, oh, chop it. Well, so will I. But these are the knives we're testing, and this is what we're going with. Good Lord. Oh, Scab out here with that true format, good looking form there. Just wearing it out, son. Wearing it out. I had considered chopping all the way through it, and I thought, then I'll have to chop all the way through it again. And I'm doing good on my weight loss. I don't need any extra help. So we chopped a good ways on it. And both of them, I'm going to be honest with you, I think the 4-Max Scout probably did a little bit better job on this particular test. And there's not many of them I can say that, but on this one, I got to tell you, I think the 4-Max Scout probably outperformed a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. It just seemed to do better. So the knives are pretty even, I would say. I would say the 4-Max is a little better, a little higher performer. Definitely holds an edge better, when it comes to that. But they're damn sure close, and not everybody can afford a $400 or $500 knife. I mean, that's just the God's honest truth. And if you can get the same option for $110 or something that's pretty close for $110, why would you not? Now, again, I realize the 4-Max is well built, and I own one, so I love it. I'm not down talking the 4-Max at all. I'm just saying if you cannot afford one, that 4-Max Scout is a great way to go. It gives you a great blade shape. It's reminiscent of the 8010, but I believe the 8010 is like a 3.5-inch blade, while the 4-Max is 4. I think they're the same blade width. I'd have to double check on that. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. Ain't no telling. But great knives. Like I said, I'm a big fan of both of them. Now this particular log, when it started out, I was going to make a rubber band gun, and then, life happened, and I just went on about my life. So that ain't going to happen there. So it's one of our good cutting ones. I'll work more on my War Club. Hopefully I'll be able to show you all that by next week. And get on it. Let's see what else we got going on here. All right, now this is just a regular dried out stick, probably like an oak limb or something like that. We chopped a little tip on it like D-Bad did today. Do that on both ends. One end with a scout, one end with a regular 4-max. Both knives held up well during this test. Dried out limbs can be a pain in the ass. They'll crack, they'll shatter, they'll do all kind of stuff. But both these blades, I think just being a little extra thick and pretty good edges on them, had no problem whatsoever. Well, guys, listen, in the last video, I put a link to Mikey's channel, and I'm asking you again, please go over there, and if you need to, find part 1 of this series. Look up Mikey. The link is in the description. Go over there and give him a word of encouragement. And the congratulations, man, I sure would appreciate that, because Mikey means a lot to me. He means more to me than anybody will ever know, I promise you that. And like my guy always says, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be all right. Well, guys, I enjoyed testing these 2 knives. They're 2 great knives. Rarely do we do 2 videos on them, but I felt like we needed to just to get a better comprehensive thing going on. Well, listen, y'all know what time it is. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son.